This is a lot to take in. This is a lot to take in. At some point, I need to talk about this game, but this is a lot to take in. You guys have no clue. You guys have no clue. Oh, we fucking did it, man. We fucking did it, man. The Florida Panthers have swept the Carolina Hurricanes to go to the Stanley Cup for the first time in 27 years. We did it in 4. Holy fuck, this may sound cringy in the final video, but I don't care. I don't care how I sound like after this video. I really don't. I care about talking about how I feel, and I don't know if you can hear it, but someone's trying to call me, and I actually have a Florida Panthers ringtone on my iPad. I don't know if you can hear it, but anyway, fucking did it. Fucking did it, man. We're going to the Stanley Cup. We're going to the Stanley Cup. We're fucking going to the Stanley Cup. Oh. Eastern Conference champions. First 2-time Eastern Conference champions. We fucking did it. We fucking did it. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I'm ready to talk about what went down. Okay. I'm sorry I'm taking this long. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do this. 41 seconds into this game, from the face-off win from the middle of the ice, we go to the left side, and we already have one goal. Barkov coming off from a lower body injury. Thank goodness he was okay. He was able to play. And he made an assist to Duclair from Swagger, Barkov, and Duke. Duke scored the first goal of the game. That's his third one in the postseason. Duclair starts us off. Then a little bit after, there was a big hit, and granted, it was a big hit, and there's no reason to trash talk on that one. All I can say is that was a big hit from Sam Bennett to Slavin, and Slavin could barely get up from the ice. And I do hope he's okay. He'll be okay for the next season, of course. But God forbid if Carolina does win this game, he would have played Game 5 or something. So Slavin goes to the locker room to get checked out, and later on we were told that he's not going to come back to play. All right. Then we go on the power play, and interesting enough, on that big hit to Slavin, Florida gets a power play, and I'm not quite sure why we got a. Not that I'm complaining, but I'm not sure why we got a power play. I think they said slashing from. What was it? Was it Burns? I don't know who it was. I kind of forgot. That penalty was killed off, and then we get another power play. This one, Aho cross-checks Florida Panthers, and Kachuk, assisted by Ekblad and Forsling, gets a power play goal. Kachuk makes it 2-0 Florida. So a good start from the Florida Panthers, but it didn't last long, guys. I said it on Twitter after this goal. We have to remember this. No lead is safe. We keep on rolling, people. And, of course, when I said that, Stanley or Stastny, not Stastny. I'm sorry, Stastny. Paul Stastny from Carolina, who scores its goal, assisted by Brady Skjei and Jordan Martindale. So they cut the game in half from that goal, and then that is the end of that goes towards the end of the first period. There was a scrum at the end of the first, and there was scrums in the first period as well. It got physical. Carolina was getting frustrated, but there's something happened after the first period. What happened was, I think it was Brett Burns, right? He had a stick and literally hit Matthew Tkachuk in a low blow. Yeah, I'm not joking. He hit Matthew Tkachuk in a low blow. That's what WWE or AEW calls it when they hit you in. Yeah. He used the stick to him in the you know what. So we hope he was okay. And he was okay. That should have been a penalty. Honestly, that should have been a penalty. I don't know why it's not a penalty, but that could have been a suspension too, but I don't know. 2 minutes and 51 seconds not left, but into the second period. Bad defending, and that left the net wide open for a good shot from Teuvo Teravainen. Again, I'm not good with Carolina names, but he scores his first one in the postseason to tie the game up 2-2. So, while it was a good goal, Bobrovsky was just not ready for that, and it was a quick react on this one. And I'll say this too with the other goal, Bobrovsky almost saved it, but Stastny was fast enough to chuck it back in. But this one ties the game. Now in the fourth line, we have a former Hurricane who finally gets a point in this series. Eric Stoll. He has won the Stanley Cup with them in 2006, as far as I know. He gave someone an assist. The fourth line. So, Carolina turns the puck over. After Lomberg turns it over, he gets it back. A pass to Colin White. Eric Stoll had a pass and a pass to Colin White, and then final pass to Lomberg, who Lomberg chucks in from the right side of the net, and he scores a go-ahead goal, which would take the lead 3-2, and that was a nice goal. The crowd erupted, but it was not the loudest eruption of the night. But Lomberg recaptures the lead for Florida. Things are looking optimistically good, or I should say cautiously good, because we still have to defend. We had a penalty kill that was killed off. Then we go to the third period. Then in the third period, it's been a lot of goal saves, as well as for Anderson and Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky has been lights out, but towards the end of the north, closer to the end of the third period, he's making some great saves that could have been tied game. However, for Florida could have easily made it a 4-2 game when the shots were getting blocked. Anderson making great saves. The puck hits the net, and we keep missing. So it was so close to make it a 4-2 game. Eventually, someone did score it, and it was not good because that tied the game up. Jordan Martindale and Jalen Sheffield would assist Jesper Fast. Now, I will say this for the Hurricanes: they're playing with short staff because there was another injured Hurricane, and I believe it was Nashis. Nashis got hurt, and he was not able to return. But we do had an injury of our own. Barkov had an injury last game, so Lo Serene had to take over. This time it was reversed. Lo Serene got hurt, and I hope he's okay. I don't think he was able to return into that game. So, score was 3-3 at this point. This is where I get a little bit emotional. They tied the game up, and we were thinking overtime, how we didn't want overtime, and then someone commits a penalty for Carolina, which turned out to be a costly penalty. I believe it was Jordan Stahl. He was tripping Gustav Forsling. He tripped Gustav Forsling, and that ultimately cost them the game. Because we are on the attack. Finally, someone, and I'm wearing this jersey. I'm wearing his jersey. It was a wrist shot assisted by Barkov and Reinhardt. Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk ends the game. He ends it in 4 tonight. He scores that wrist shot goal. Anderson was getting blocked. That was checked for goalie interference. And it didn't take long. It didn't take long from the challenge. The challenge was unsuccessful. And it was a good goal. No interference. Good goal. And the crowd erupted. Erupted like a volcano. The loudest I've heard Florida Panthers fans ever. Literally ever. In my lifetime, at least. Matthew Tkachuk wins it for Florida with 4.3 left. And that's it. Florida Panthers wins the Eastern Conference Finals. The second Eastern Conference Finals in franchise history. And we did it in 4 games. We swept the Hurricanes. And by the way, this was the first sweep in Panthers history. The first sweep in Panthers history. That's a history right there. And we did that against the Carolina Hurricanes, who got swept again in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's for Carolina. It is unfortunate what's going on with them. How they can't break the cycle. I hope things get better for them soon, because they are a good team. They did give us a hell of a fight. They have given us a hard time for years, especially this season. They were the first team in the regular seasons since 2001 season that they actually gave us a shutout loss. They won 4-0 when we were in Raleigh, and then in the last game of the season, they kicked their asses 6-4, which would lead us into the 8th seed, which would then came back 3-1 against Boston to go face Toronto, and then we beat Toronto in 5 games, and now we have beaten and swept Carolina to win the Eastern Conference Final. We fucking did it, man. We did it. Stanley Cup. Job is not done. We can celebrate right now. Enjoy this moment. But come June, it's back in business. We want to at least get a win in Stanley Cup final game, because we never got to do so in 1996. We have to at least get a win. And then we maybe have a shot of winning it all. And I'm going to say it again. This is an enjoyable moment. But come June, we have to get back in business. And we have to cheer them on like they never experienced. They never experienced anything like before. And then maybe we just maybe might win it all. How cool would it be? Stanley Cup final. I'm still trying to take it all in. Before I came out as a Panthers fan, I was telling my dad, hey, I like the Panthers, and I think they're a cool name. I think they have a good logo, and by that time they had this logo where a panther charging right at you towards the screen with the claw sticking out. I enjoyed that logo. I enjoyed its goal horn, and I became, South Florida. I was rooting for them. I was rooting for them for a while. I was rooting for them for a few years, let's just say. When I told him this, he was like, "Get the fuck out of here. They suck." This was 5 years ago. And a few years ago, he passed. And he's not going to be able to see the joy. He's not going to be able to watch the greatness of the Florida Panthers run that they have, which is... it breaks my heart a little bit that he's not here to see it. But I know he's watching up there, knowing just how happy I am and how proud he is to me. I hope he is. When Matthew Tkachuk scored that goal, I cried for about 20 minutes. And I got a FaceTime call from my girlfriend, who was so happy for me. She was saying, "I love you. I hope they win it all." And it's a story that I will cherish forever. It's one thing when the Heat does it, but when the Panthers does it, it just feels different. This hits different than the Heat, because I've seen the Heat go through this run before, and they're trying again tomorrow. They're trying to win Game 5 tomorrow to be the next South Florida team to make it to the finals. This one hits different. So that's pretty much it. All right. I'm going to go. I'm going to sleep this off. I'm going to enjoy this win. Back in business for June for Florida Panthers, but for tomorrow it's back for business for Miami Heat. This is go fucking Panthers, man. And yeah, folks, that's gonna do it for this video, folks. Job is not done. 4 more games to win it all, and we did it. But right now, let's enjoy this moment and get back in business in June. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have liked this video, smash that subscribe button and smash the like button too. Because when you hit that subscribe button and the like button, and comment down below your reactions, I'm curious how you reacted. I personally have your back. And when I do, I will, and we will, be right there with you for the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG on behalf of everyone, even the folks I worked with last season, and just a few friends I made in the last year or so. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being part of this journey with me, and journey continues, and I'll see you then. Good night, Panthers fans. Let's go Panthers, and I'll see you in a Stanley Cup final. Good night, everybody.